The Torah tells us that Yitzchak and Rivka were davening for Rivka to have a baby. Vayetar Yitzchak Lashem lenochach ishto, and Yitzchak davened to Hashem nochach ishto, either opposite, maybe in bishvil for his wife, ki akarahi, because she was barren. Vayaser lo Hashem v'atahar Rivka ishto. And Hashem listened to that tefillah, and Rivka became pregnant. What is this language of Vayetar? Different languages, different words that are used for tefillah, and they each have a different connotation. Rashi tells us, Hirba v'hiftzir b'tefillah. He davened, and he davened again, and again, and again. It is a form of tefillah where one continuously, time after time, pours out his or her heart in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it's interesting when you think about it, because if tefillah is about asking for something, then we know in our experience that when somebody asks for something, and you say no, and then they ask again, and again, and again, it starts feeling like they're pestering, it's bothersome. You don't want them to ask, and it gets you annoyed. Why would you keep asking for something? I told you no already. Why are you following up? Why are you asking more? Sometimes we'll only say yes because we want to get them off of our back. Get away from me. I don't want to hear you anymore. And yet there seems to be that this is a form of tefillah, that this is some sort of maila. In fact, the Gemara in Brachos says, Amar Bicham Rabbi Chanina, Imra Adam Sheispalel, if a person sees that he davens, V'lo na'ena, and he was not answered, Yachzor v'yispalel, he should daven again. What does that mean? Why should that be the case? It seems to go against what our human experience is all about. And we see that it happens. We see that Moshe Rabbeinu davened Parshas V'aschanan, he davened again and again and again, Kiminyan V'aschanan, 515 times, to get into Eretz Yisrael, and finally HaKadosh Baruch Hu stop davening. Al Tosef daber le'od b'daber, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. Why? So some of the Mefarshim explain, because if he would have davened anymore, his HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have given in, the tefillos would have been so potent. There seems to be that there's a power, not just that we're bothering HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but that there's a power to revote tefillah. Where does that come from? What does that mean? So typically, in our experience of tefillah, when we daven for something, and it doesn't come, if there's a tzara Rahman, it's like what we're going through right now, and we're davening again and again and again, we start tiring out. And we don't have the same koach, we don't have the same power in our tefillah. And what we see is that the purpose of tefillah is not that we're just asking for something. The purpose of tefillah, or part of the purpose of tefillah, is to show that we can only rely on you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We can only turn to you. And in a sense, when we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and He does not answer our tefillah the way that we want to, and yet we go back and ask again, it's not that we're refusing to take no for an answer and just trying to bother Him. It's that we're expressing we have nobody else to turn to. Our emunah and our faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu as being the source for everything that we want is deepened. In which case, our experience of the next tefillah is different, because what tefillah is about trying to change us, about us showing HaKadosh Baruch Hu how connected we are to Him and how we realize that He is the source for everything. So by davening again, what that does is it turns us into different people. Then we come back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it's maybe at that point that we are deserving of whatever that tefillah is. It's not that, this tefillah was more effective than that tefillah. It's that the tefillahs build upon each other and turn us into different people. And then we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees who we have become. And this person, the one in front of you right now, perhaps deserves to be answered, even though the person that was there before him did not. That is the power and the challenge of Riboy Tefillah. It's about putting the same effort and kavana and intensity into a tefillah, even when we are being marbe, even when it's additional tefillahs, and the answer has not been what we wanted until now. But specifically, when we are not answered with what we want, v'lo na'ena, yachzor v'yispalel, says the Gemara in Brachos, we should daven again. Because when we daven again, we show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we're not willing to take no for answer, because we rely solely on you. We can't do it ourselves. We recognize that you are the source of all. And in the zechus of recognizing that, then we elevate ourselves and hopefully make ourselves roy. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the same way that he answered the tefillos of Yitzchak, Rivka as well answered that tefillah. By Yasser Lo, ultimately to Yitzchak, that Tzaddik ben Tzaddik, as Rashi says, that we should be zocheh, that our tefillos should be answered too, and we should deserve the Yeshuos that we so desire.